Hey everyone, I've picked up quite a few games over the last couple weeks. Second to last day of tour, I had gone to Video Games New York and bought a bunch, and then over the time of being on tour, when I got home, I've purchased a few things over eBay, and mainly I wanted to share a couple of stories that happened on eBay, some issues. First one is Forbidden Siren 2 on the PS2. I recently, on my last trip to Europe, I started collecting European-released video games that never made it here. So English-translated games from Japan that just, they didn't go all the way and just put them out in America. This is a survival horror game, and when I was asking questions of the seller, because I always ask, the condition of the disc and the instruction manual and scratches on the top of the disc and all types of, possible issues. He basically answered back, everything is in very good condition, it's all fine. So, unfortunately though, it's not horrible, but, if you're going to pay the cost of, a really good copy, you expect to get one. So, the instruction manual was pretty beat up, and a little bit on the bottom down there, but not too bad. And, that's a slight issue, but the disc had the number 4 written on the front, and it's in really good shape on the back. I mean, I'm sure it would actually play, but, I asked if it was all in really good condition, and the guy tried to say that well, I didn't know this was going to a collection or a collector. I thought you were just going to play it, because he had asked me a question like, do you have a European PAL PS2 to play it on? And I said, well, I'm a collector, blah blah blah. And he tried to say that that he didn't know it was for a collection, even though I answered him back saying I'm a video game collector, and I would like it in good condition. So regardless, he ended up just refunding me and telling me to keep the game because of the cost of shipping it back. I think I paid like $22 for it, not for the shipping, for total. And he said, you know what, just keep it. I apologize. It's going to be, less trouble that way. So I took that money and I bought another copy that was actually new and sealed, and I paid like $10 more for it. But I think from now on, if for European games off of eBay, if I can find them new and sealed or in very, very good condition, I'm going to stick with that, because then I don't have to worry about issues of any type of issues of having to send them back over to Europe, because that, a month and a half later I might get my actual game back or my refund. So, anyway. Up next is Blaze and Blade Eternal Quest on the PS1. When I really started to do some searches for European-released games, or, translated over from Japan to English for Europe, this was the first one, that really caught my eye, on the PS1 at least. There's not as many as I would have thought. Like, I remember back when I first realized, like, there was some PSP games that had never made it over here. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh wow, I'm going to find, hundreds and hundreds, and it's a little bit slower going than that. I mean, there are a lot that never made over here, but a lot of them are more like sports titles and things, because there's a lot of sports over in Europe that aren't popular over here. So trying to find some more games that fit my style, which would be more of like the Japanese RPGs and shoot-em-ups and things like that, it's a little bit harder apparently. I've already gone all the way through basically every single PS2 game that's ever come out, the 2,000 plus ones, the list, and I only picked out a few on the list. So I don't think my European video game collection is going to ever match, obviously, North American releases, but it's growing. It's growing a little bit. And then the last for the video game pickups on eBay is an Engage game called Requiem of Hell. And I bought this, and it came when I was on tour, and my wife Katie showed me all these, packages of games and stuff that had come. There was like 4 or 5 packages that all came like the same day. Some of it, one of the packages was hers, so she was opening it all over Skype, and I was checking them out, and this was brand new and sealed. And somehow, when I got home, I was looking around for it, because I realized I checked my eBay, purchases, and I remember, I saw it and I was like, I don't remember seeing that. Where is it? And normally she puts all the games right up here on the Saturn shelf that come all and gone, and it wasn't there. So I couldn't find it. I looked over the whole house, looked in the car. It's gone. I have a feeling, because it's a smaller case and sort of light, that it just got accidentally slipped back in the envelope or underneath, all the packaging, and then got chucked. So there was like $22 in the garbage. So at the seller that actually has these is located in Florida. And they had multiples. It's a like a warehouse basically that does online sales. And I said, hey, my wife threw it away. I'm gonna buy another one regardless. If you can give me any break, that would be awesome. Haha. They ended up giving me free shipping on it, so that was nice of them. So it was like $18 instead of having to pay $22 again or whatever. But I thought that was sort of a funny story. My Engage collection is almost done. I have 2 more games I want for it, and then that's it. So I was happy to actually get that copy. Alright, now I'm just going to run through some of the games I got at Video Games New York store in New York City. On Sega Genesis, I got Chakan, or Chakan, and I actually got the Game Gear version of that on this last tour as well. Thunder Force 2, and Raiden Trad, 2 bullet hell shooters, shmups to add to the collection. My Genesis collection is definitely one of the most hurting of all of my games, because if a game came out in a hard case, like the Genesis boxes are, I have to have the hard case for it. If they came out in just a cardboard box, I don't mind. I'll just, get, just the game cartridge. But, so it makes it a lot harder, because most of the games did come out in hard boxes, to find one in complete, in good condition with the instruction manual. So, yeah, so my Genesis collection is slowly growing. And on Game Boy Advance, I got Klonoa 2, and its little subtitle is the Dream Champ Tournament. I don't know why I can't remember that. And then I got Super Robot Tyson Original Generation, and Super Robot Tyson 2 Original Generation. That makes, I think there's only a few more Game Boy Advance games that I want, or I had on my original list that got destroyed. Yeah, I gotta go back and go through every fucking game system again, because my original game list a long time ago got washed, so now I'm doing it on a nice hardcover, like notebook style, so it can't get washed or destroyed now very easily, at least. And then I got Loaded on the PS1. Still looking for Reloaded on the PS1, but this makes my second long box PS1 game, and very, very nice condition. I mean, these boxes, because they're like a hard processed cardboard and then like a plastic insert on the inside. Hold on, I'll show you, in case for some reason you've never seen what a long box looks like inside. It's hard to find them where the edges aren't all destroyed and they just look like crap. So pleased to get that. I think I got it for like $15 or so. And then the only other game I got at Video Games New York, it was a European import, Dodonpachi Resurrection Deluxe Edition, and it is a bullet hell shoot 'em up. And the guy was, basically I didn't know it come out with, because I'm fairly new to the European released video games. So he was showing me, and I was like, "That's sweet." It was sealed. It was like $45. So I bought it, got home, and I don't know if you can really see on the camera, but when I opened it up, I realized that there's a tear all up the side of the insert. So I got in touch with them. I called the store, talked to the owner, very nice, and he basically said that he would, instead of exchanging the entire game so I could keep it and play it, he'll just open another copy and send me the insert. So then they'd, because regardless, they're going to have an open copy of the game with or without a torn, front cover on it. So I called them back because a week had gone by and I hadn't heard a response to an email or anything like that after he'd already said he'd do it. So I think now they're officially sending it. It's just taking a little bit of time. So hopefully that actually makes it here in one piece, just for my crazy collector brain. And then the only other stuff I got really recently was just game pickups from at home. Game of Thrones on 360. I've heard the basic reviews of, well, if you're a big fan, like fan service wise, of the story part at least is really good, but the character animations and the reuse of a lot of the characters' face animations and the way the dialogue sometimes doesn't match up, and they're really stiff and weird. So I haven't played it yet, so I'll see. But Katie read a couple of the books, kind of liked the books. I've watched some of the TV show, and I dug what I saw, so we'll give that one a try. And then Binary Domain on the 360, killing a bunch of robots, blowing them on up. I know there's some issues with the voice recognition of the part of the game. Like, you can actually talk and tell your squad like up to 75 different commands. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But just the detail of the robots falling apart when you're shooting them, and how they continuously crawl after you. They're sort of like zombies almost, in the sense that they just won't seem to die. And then I got Prototype 2, the Black Watch Collector's Edition. Again, I have not got around to playing this because I am still playing Silent Hill Downpour, trying to beat that. Once I get hooked on a game, I really like to kind of see it all the way through. And I'm playing Tales of the Abyss on the 3DS. That is it, guys, for right now. I know I picked up a few more games, but I don't want to make this ridiculously long. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to do a rarest games I own, most valuable games I own kind of video as a response to a couple other people on YouTube that have put up one. So keep an eye out for that either in the next couple days. Thank you for watching. Peace.